welcome back to Light It Up Leo, and Leo is me. So if you are new here, welcome to my channel. If you're old, thank you for returning. I'm absolutely grateful for you. But hey, listen, today I want to share about things that I have been missing most about Vietnam. So to let you guys know, I just hit my 2 months, only 2 months. I know, it feels like I've been here for a long time. I hit my 2 month mark of being back in the States. Well, it's 2 months and 3 days. Yeah, you guys know I've been counting down, right? So yeah, I'm definitely grateful to be back home and see my family, especially my daughter and my friends, and being able to eat some, some burgers and pizzas and my cakes and stuff again. Okay, but I really miss Vietnam, you guys. I miss Vietnam so much. I feel like even though my body is here, my spirit and somehow is like back in Vietnam, in one of the amazing cities. So today I just wanted to share my heart with you. And again, thank you so much for tuning in today. And let's go ahead and get rolling. All right, so number one is I really miss Vietnamese coffee, like straight up authentic Vietnamese coffee. And not just like taking the coffee to go, but in Vietnam, it's such coffee culture. So they would wake up really early, maybe around 4 or 5, 5 for sure, right? They'll already be at the coffee shop or 6 o'clock, and they'll just sit there and savor in every sip of the coffee, right? And you'll see, the streets will be bustling with people going to work or getting ready to go to work. And then, I love the fact that Vietnam, I'm sure it's in many cities, but where I was living at in Da Nang, we would have such beautiful coffee shops, guys. And so I just miss being at a beautiful coffee shop and just chilling and just hanging out. And if I decide to work that day at that coffee shop, great. If not, I can work at home. I can work in another coffee shop. So when I first came to Vietnam, I'm like, I would love to be able to discover all the coffee shops. You know what, friends? It is just not possible, okay? Because there's thousands. And the more I roamed around, especially different parts of the country, like Ha Long's got beautiful coffee shops on top of a mountain. Same thing with Sapa. So they take coffee culture to a whole new level. And I remember when I was in Saigon, I would even see a lot of foreigners, white Americans, maybe people from Europe or wherever, Black Americans, right? They would sit there at the coffee shop and same thing, just chill, right? Because it's so much a part of the culture. And you wouldn't know what I'm talking about. Like when I was interacting with various Vietnamese in Vietnam, they would say, oh, I heard you guys take your coffee to go. Like that concept is so foreign to them. They're like, why? That's so sad. You should be able to sit down and enjoy your coffee, right? I'm like, yeah. Most of the time it's drive-through. Hurry up, get into your car, drink your coffee, and get to work. That's usually American living for you, okay? So I really appreciated that opportunity. And I would feel, if you're in America, you've never been across the pond, across the Pacific Ocean, you've never been to Vietnam at that, dude, you have to come and experience Vietnam culture, the relaxing, enjoying your life, yes, work and enjoying your life type of balance for sure, and enjoying our epic coffee culture. Okay, and you know what? It's really cool. So Vietnamese coffee is already amazing to me, right? Because I love like very, very heavy, strong coffee. And because we use condensed milk, it tastes very different than sugar. But when you go to Hanoi, which where egg coffee was originated from, dude, their coffee is just on another level. Like I love egg coffee so much. If you've never had that, put it on your bucket list, okay? Second thing I miss is just being able to interact with the people from the church I was serving at, was Vision. I had a great time with them. We had so much fun. I had a chance to serve and speak life into the young people, mainly college students, seeing them seeing them bloom and blossom, being able to encourage them on a weekly basis. That was just priceless. Okay, and I'm very proud of my mentees. I miss my mentees so much. Mwah! Yeah, definitely miss all of them, and I can't wait to see them again and just hang out with them. So yeah, and just being able to take them to a new level of growth and impact. Okay, Third thing I miss is being able to go to like this awesome resort. I don't know what about you guys, but I have developed a new passion and a new hobby for resort hopping. Why not, right? Like I went from coffee shop hopping, well in America more like boba tea shop hopping, and then Vietnam like coffee shop hopping, and then hotel hopping, and then resort. I can't say resort hopping yet because when I was at that particular resort in Vietnam, it's called the Intercontinental Da Nang Resort. Okay, highly recommend it, you guys. It has got one of the top reviews in the country, and the architecture, phenomenal. Okay, and you'll be able to see 4 different levels in the resort. They call it heaven, sky, earth, and sea. I mean, the moment you come into that resort, you're like, oh my gosh, is this real? So maybe I haven't traveled much in America, but I've never seen a resort that grand. Okay, so, and I'm sure there's a ton, right? Hawaii, Malibu, and all that stuff. I just haven't been there. But the one in Vietnam, in Da Nang, dude, it's right on top of the mountain too. So when you are in one of your, I didn't stay overnight. I just hung out there the whole day. But yeah, I even had a chance to do a tour of that resort, you know, where people were living in their villas, and the view in the bottom, guys, just tremendous. I cannot forget the feeling that I had when I was at that resort. So I miss that place so much. And you know what's really cool too? When I was there, like on your way up, right at the entrance, you will be greeted. You know who is gonna greet you? You ready? Monkeys! Yes, there's so many monkeys there, you guys. Yeah, because it's on the mountains, right? And that mountain, it's Sơn Trà Mountain. So apparently it's known to have many, many monkeys. And I was particularly looking for this one type where the face was completely red and it's got blue right here. It looked so beautiful, you guys, but I didn't see him or her. So, but yeah, just being greeted by the monkeys. Some of them, most of them are nice, and especially as, you know, feed them. So I realized that they love bánh mì, okay? I mean, as we approach like the top of the mountain, we're encouraged not to feed the monkeys because they're gonna keep coming down. But you know what? Seriously, when you see creatures that cute, you just can't help it, right? Okay, so enough about the resorts. You have to go there, okay? Second thing is, okay, traveling in Vietnam, you guys. Okay, so I'll tell you this, okay? It's a little bit opposite in Vietnam. So our buses, right? The big buses, the Greyhound buses, stuff like that. You know what we call them? Buses, right? But in Vietnam, they're called like customer vehicle, to translate it for the worse, okay? So xe khách, customer vehicle. And I'm thinking, why xe khách? Why customer vehicle? Because all these vehicles would have customers on them, right? But anyway, so these xe khách would be where you would be able to lay down, okay? So that's what I love though. Like, because not a lot of Vietnamese would have cars, right? To bring them from one city to another. You know, in America, we often go to different states, right? To ventures, road trips and all that stuff. So Vietnamese don't have that privilege. So they'll book the seating on these buses, okay? And they get to lay, and there's 2 different types of buses. One of them, you lay down and there's actually like, so that whole area is yours. You even have a curtain and that closes, so you have your own space. So when you're snoring, when your mouth is open, nobody sees it, okay? So yeah, like I experienced that on my trip from Đà Lạt to Saigon. It was awesome, you guys. So the other ones all have, you know, where you're laying down as well, but I personally feel like it's not as comfortable. But although I'm very grateful for these because it's how, you know, I get around, especially when you're going to Hanoi and you need to go to Sapa. You can't fly to Sapa. There's no airport there. So you have to take a bus from Hanoi to Sapa, which is about 5 or 6 hours. And I really thoroughly enjoyed it as well because I get to see the beautiful, you know, landscapes of Vietnam, exploring different cities. Now I know if I had, you know, a group of friends with me, probably the trip would have been a lot more enjoyable, right? Although I did my best to enjoy myself on every single trip. So yeah, so that's one of their buses. And then of course, if you were to fly to, let's say from central Vietnam, which is Da Nang, to like Hanoi, the trip would probably cost you maybe $40 or $50. If you're flying down south to Ho Chi Minh or Saigon, which is our biggest city, it's like the New York City of Vietnam, it'll probably cost you about 40, 50 as well, 60 the most, right? And you guys, baggage fees are so cheap. It's like, okay, I had 2 very big luggages and I was only charged $20. So domestically, you're bringing it for free. Okay, if they do charge you anything, maybe, I don't know, $3, $4. Yeah, it's insane. And I even looked up tickets to like Hong Kong or Japan. And it was just equally as cheap, probably $80 or $100. So I really missed the opportunity to roam around Vietnam, going from the south to the central to the north. And the best yet, guys, Vietnam is so safe. I was a little bit reluctant